What if I told you the world wants you weak, broken, and silent? But deep inside, there's a fire they cannot control, a savage waiting to be unleashed. Are you ready to stop surviving and start dominating? Watch closely, because this is the moment everything changes. Your life will never be the same again. He stood alone in the dark. The rain soaked through his shirt. Thunder cracked like the sky was breaking apart. His breath turned to steam in the cold night air. No one was coming. No one ever did. The street was silent, but his heart was not. It pounded. Louder. Faster. Screaming inside his chest like a caged animal. He looked down at his hands. Bleeding. Dirty. Shaking. The world had hit him hard. And then it hit him again. And again. Until he forgot what peace felt like. Every time he asked for help, they looked away. Every time he reached for support, they gave him silence. So he stopped asking. He stopped hoping. And something inside him began to burn. Not pain. Not fear. But fury. The kind that does not cry. The kind that does not beg. The kind that turns wounds into weapons. He wiped the blood off his lips. And smiled. Because the world thought it broke him. But it only woke him. He walked through that storm. No coat. No shield. No mercy. And with every step, he chose to stop being soft. He chose to stop waiting for someone to save him. He became his own storm. He became his own army. He became a savage. The kind of savage that does not need approval. The kind of savage that does not fear failure. Pain became his teacher. Silence became his fuel. And the darkness, it became his home. They tried to bury him, but they did not know. He was not a seed. He was fire. And fire does not bloom. It burns. It consumes. It destroys weakness and rebuilds strength. Now, when he walks into a room, people feel something. They do not know what it is, but they know it is dangerous. Because a savage has no limits. A savage does not fold. A savage does not wait for a chance. He takes it. He owns it. He becomes it. And once you taste that power, once you feel what it means to rise from nothing, to rise from being forgotten, to rise from being broken, you never go back. You never become soft again. You live sharp. You move silent. You hunt with purpose. Because now, you are not like them. You are not fragile. You are not afraid. You are. You are a savage. Not by name. Not by word. But by every scar on your skin. By every breath you pulled through shattered ribs. By every time you stood when your legs begged you to fall. The world no longer controls you. The opinions of others no longer shape you. Their rejection is your armor now. Their doubt is your fire. You walk into the arena not to compete, but to conquer. To tear down every wall built to contain you. To break every rule made to tame you. You remember the silence they gave you. The laughs behind your back. The moments they pushed you into the dirt and smiled as you lay still. But you did not stay there. You made the dirt your home. You learned its taste. You made peace with pain. And then you rose. Not as a man. Not as a victim. But as something they never saw coming. Something wild. Something relentless. Something impossible to stop. You do not walk anymore. You charge. You do not ask anymore. You take. You do not wish anymore. You build. Because you have seen what it is like at the bottom. You have eaten with hunger in your gut and rage in your throat. You have screamed in empty rooms and found power in your own voice. And now, you do not wait for opportunity. You do not beg for recognition. You become so powerful, so loud, so undeniable, that the world has no choice but to watch. Even when they fear you, even when they hate you, they cannot look away. Because a savage is not pretty. A savage is not polite. A savage is not here to fit in. A savage is here to rewrite the rules, to drag comfort into the fire, and to show every coward what it means to live without fear. They call you angry, because you are. They call you intense, because you should be. They call you obsessed, because they have no idea what focus looks like. You remember the nights you could not sleep, the nights your dreams were filled with failure and your pillows soaked with tears. You remember standing in front of the mirror, trying to find something left in your eyes that did not look dead, And now, that fire is back, but it is not flickering anymore. It is not hoping anymore. It is roaring. You became your own savior. You became your own guide. You looked life in the face when it tried to kill you. And you smiled, because the savage in you does not die. It does not run. It does not hide. It grows. It adapts. It feeds on every no, on every betrayal, on every closed door. You are not cold. You are forged. You are not cruel. You are focused. You are not broken. You are transformed. You have learned that power is not given. It is taken. That peace is not found. It is earned. And that success is not luck. It is blood. You have bled for this. You have cried for this. You have risked your mind, your pride, your heart. And now, you do not ask if it is possible. You ask if it is worth your time. Because you are not here to survive. You are here to dominate, to tear every excuse out of your soul, to crush every limit, to become something so sharp that even life hesitates before striking you again. Let the soft fear you. Let the weak misunderstand you. Let the average call you crazy, because they do not know. They were never built for this. They were never made to walk through the fire and laugh. But you were. You were made to suffer, so you could learn to conquer. You were made to fall, so you could learn to fly. Now you wake up hungry, not for food, but for impact. Now you look at your enemies and thank them, because they made you ruthless. They made you strategic. They made you unstoppable. And that is the difference between them and you. They get tired. You get started. They break. You bend. They wish. You work. So go. Rip through every doubt. Shatter every boundary. Refuse to play their game. Because you are not playing. You are rewriting. You are creating something no one believed in. Something no one saw coming. You are not normal. You are not decent. You are not average. You are a force. You are a fire. You are a savage. And from this moment forward, you do not lower your voice. You do not slow your steps. You do not doubt your blood. Because it runs wild. It runs fearless. It runs savage. So when they ask, who taught you to fight like this? To bleed like this? To roar like this? Tell them, the pain did. The silence did. The betrayal did. The hunger did. And now, you are never going back. Not to weakness. Not to fear. Not to waiting for permission. Because once a savage is born, the world changes. And nothing can stop what you are about to become. Because what you are about to become is not for the faint-hearted. It is not for those who fear the dark. It is not for those who crave comfort and praise. It is not for the ones who sit still and wait for life to give them something. You are becoming the storm that others pray will pass. You are becoming the roar in the silence. You are becoming the shadow that turns fear around and makes it run. You no longer react to pain. You respond with power. You no longer chase approval. You walk past it, eyes locked on something higher. You do not need applause. You do not need validation. You have carved your identity with sweat, with fire, with truth. Your reflection is no longer a question. It is a statement, a warning, a prophecy. This world tried to bury you, but you learned how to breathe underground. You turned rock into fuel, turned pressure into purpose. Every time they told you no, you translated it into not yet. Every time they shut the door, you built your own with no handle. And now, you are not afraid of breaking, because breaking is where the real begins. The raw, the relentless, the real you. You speak less. You move more. You do not announce your steps. You just show up where no one expected you to be. And when you do, they feel it. They feel the edge in your words, the weight in your silence, the storm behind your eyes. Because you carry more than ambition now. You carry war. You carry memory. You carry every single time you were underestimated. And you have not forgotten any of it. You remember the night they said you would never make it, the moment they laughed at your dream, the day you looked around and realized you were truly alone. And instead of collapsing, you cracked open and unleashed something primal, something they never taught you in school, something you never learned from books, something that came from within, from suffering, from silence, from the pit where most people stay forever. But not you. You clawed your way out. You fought with broken fists. You built yourself back with whatever pieces you had left. And now, you are unrecognizable to the version of you that used to ask for permission. That version is gone, buried beneath layers of grind, of battle, of brutal, relentless forward motion. You do not ask for breaks. You do not look for shortcuts. You live in the grind now. You breathe in chaos and exhale clarity. You see opportunities in places others fear to look. You find strength in the spaces where most crumble, because you are not wired like them. You were built in pain, forged in silence, sharpened in solitude. And now, the fire that used to consume you obeys you. You control it. You command it. You wear it like armor. You do not fear your demons anymore. You walk beside them, and they respect you, because they know. You did not run. You did not hide. You stood. You stared. You survived. So when life tries again, when it throws chaos in your path, you welcome it. You smile at the wreckage, because you already know. You were not built to break. You were built to burn and rebuild again and again and again. There's no quit in you, no surrender, no retreat. You may feel pain. You may feel fear, but you never bow to it. You use it. You turn it into fuel, into power, into action, because the difference between them and you is that they break down. You break through. They cry and stop. You cry and continue. They wait for the perfect moment. You take the broken one and make it yours. And that is what makes you dangerous. Not just your strength, but your refusal to stop, your refusal to settle, your refusal to lower your standards to make others comfortable. You raise the standard. You raise the pressure. You raise the heat. Because a savage does not just survive. A savage dominates, builds, creates. While others sleep, you plan. While others doubt, you execute. While others fear, you rise. And there's no ceiling for you now. Because you are not looking up. You are tearing through. So let them talk. Let them wonder. Let them fear what they do not understand. You owe no explanations. You owe no apologies. You owe everything to the fire inside you. And as long as that fire lives, as long as you breathe, as long as your heart beats like a war drum in your chest, you will rise. You will fight. You will conquer. Because you are not becoming a savage. You already are one. And nothing, not time, not pain, not failure, not fear, will ever change that. Now, take a deep breath and feel the power inside you awaken. Know this, being a savage is not about chaos or destruction. It is about mastering yourself when everything tries to break you. It is about rising fiercely, with purpose and clarity, even when the world doubts your strength. It is about owning your story, scars and all, and using every battle as fuel for your fire. You are not here to be gentle or quiet. You are here to be unstoppable. So walk forward with your head high, your heart fierce, and your spirit unbreakable, because the savage inside you is ready, and the world will have no choice but to witness your rise. Now go, be bold, be fearless, become the savage you were born to be.